This video is titled, Why Do Men Have to Be Ambitious? Why do men have to be ambitious? Now, this is a question that somebody has asked me in my life. Someone came to me that doesn't necessarily agree with my beliefs or believe in self-improvement, I guess, or doesn't believe in the things that I think a majority of men, or if not men in general, should be striving to get to. And my target audience is young men. I'm a young man myself, growing, learning. I have goals myself. I feel that I can connect better with young men than if I was to try and give advice to young women. I don't think I have kind of a right to talk on that behalf. So anyway, why do men have to be ambitious? My answer to that is that because if a young man, if you're watching this right now, if you aren't ambitious, this is dangerous. And what you can correlate not being ambitious to is actually being stagnant in life. Now, being ambitious can mean so many different forms, so many different ways, from a small ambition to a big gigantic ambition, right? So we got one person here that has the ambition to become one of the biggest pop stars that Zimbabwe has ever seen since the 50s or whatever. You know, he's got some individual desire, goal that he really wants to achieve, right? Got this person over here that has the ambition to wake up at a certain time in the morning. And now, can we say that this pop star dream ambition is more important, is better in a hierarchical system than this individual that just wants to get up at a certain time in the morning? That's a game of perspectives. It's a game of how you tend to look at it, right? Even as a whole, in both those situations, this person here that wants to, and you can make this with so many different examples, but this person here that wants to wake up at a certain time, this person here that wants to be a gigantic pop star in Zimbabwe, specific, but this one's not better than this one, and this one isn't better than this one. But they are both very respecting in my sense of how I view people and how I view the world and everything. So depending on how you view the world, it's up to you. If you think that you don't think you have to have ambition, that's okay, that's all good. Does this belief help you? Does this belief benefit you in any way possible? Then I back you. Then sure, you don't feel like you need ambition, but I think you'll realize that ambition, even in its smallest sense, are in a lot of men, in a lot of people anyway. So you actually, if an individual doesn't actually believe that men have to be ambitious, which to a lot of people, and if you like these kind of videos, if you are into self-improvement at the moment, then you would think that's kind of weird and abnormal and like, what the heck, why would someone say that men don't have to have ambition, and why do men have to have ambition, blah blah blah. And we could go on a whole fucking list of different reasons why having ambition is important. Now, having ambition in the smaller sense where you want to wake up at a certain time, or having ambition in the bigger sense where you want to strive to be one of the best in the world at a certain endeavor, you know? So if you think about your bloodline and your family tree and what you kind of, at a certain point, and for some people this may not be the case, but at a certain point, you as a young man are going to be a father one day, whether it's accidental or you consciously make the effort with your wife, with the person that you love, whatever. And when you do become that father, I feel like, and this just makes sense to me, is that if you improve yourself, develop yourself, put yourself in the best positions possible, create that kind of example for your future children. This is one of the biggest reasons why I do what I do, why I improve myself, is because I know I'm going to be a father one day. I know what's going to happen, and I'd rather prepare myself to be the best example, to be the best person at guiding my future children, my future daughter, my future son, to be the best that they can be, and then so on and so forth. So it's kind of like goes down the family tree, if you know what I mean. So it makes 100% sense of why an individual, especially young men, need to have ambition in the smaller sense, ambition in the bigger sense, because going down the family tree, there are people in your great-grandfathers, you know what I mean, that have gone through way tougher, harder shit that we have gone through, and these generations now, they've sacrificed themselves to make sure that we can live a more peaceful and fulfilling life. And so if we take advantage of that and say, nah, we just don't even have to try, we don't have to try, we're just gonna chill in bed all day, we're just gonna relax here, we're gonna do that, to have even the slightest ambition to wake up at a certain time in the morning is 100% the best thing that anyone can do, really. It's having the ambition to try your best to walk a certain amount of steps a day. It's having the ambition to want to write down one grateful thing every morning before you go to work or school. It's having the ambition of doing this or doing that. The desire to want to improve or grow into a positive trajectory is best case scenario for majority of the human race. The reason why is because if majority of people are aiming upwards in a positive direction, that as long as it doesn't harm other people, then that's best case scenario, because you're going to have a whole human race aiming upwards in a positive direction. Ambition is important. Ambition is important because it means you aren't stagnant. Stagnant is dangerous because you are staying the same. Staying the same is bad because this can correlate to you having more anxiety. It can correlate to you having more depression, you being sad with your surroundings and your environment. If you don't change your ways, your actions, how much effort you put into certain things in your life, the things around you don't change. The people that are around you don't change. The house you're in doesn't change. The car you have doesn't change. The person you are doesn't change or grow. Being stagnant is dangerous in that regard. Being stagnant because you are going to be the example, you are going to have some sort of responsibility for the future generation. If you are unable to have ambition in any endeavor, big or small, and any goal, big or small, then your child will lack the ability to find that within themselves. Then their child will lack the ability to find it within themselves. And now it takes some sort of selflessness. You know what? I actually do care about that. And some people don't care about that. And if you're probably not actually watching this video if you didn't care about that in the first place. So if you are watching this gives you a positive outlook on the fact that you, young man, if you are ambitious, if you do want bigger things for your future that you cannot necessarily see right now, then I applaud you for that, because this is setting the example for your future kids, for your future son, for your future daughter, to show them ambitious people aiming in positive trajectories, because there is bad ambitions too. You could say negative ones too. And in a whole bigger scheme of things, this would help a lot of humans in the world.